Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Just two things I want to tell you about up front. The Meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app is back working 100%. And I apologize for the problems of the last 8 weeks or so with the home page and the video page. But everything is working now. It's back to normal. If you haven't downloaded the weather app, you can do so on Google Play or on the App Store, and it's absolutely free. Also, you can watch the Joe and Joe Weather Show on the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi Weather app. The Joe and Joe Weather Show is on tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, so we hope to see you then. A nice day. A little bit on the sticky side. Dew points are in the low to mid 50s across eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England, down into Maryland and Delaware, a little higher as you go further south. But we're not in that tropical flow that extends from the Gulf states northeastward through the Carolinas and then out into the open waters of the Atlantic south of Nova Scotia. So as this upper trough that we have, and it's swinging through the northeast at the moment, it is going to be weakening as it moves on through. So between that and the fact that there's not a lot of tropical moisture for this to work on, the atmosphere is not really all that unstable. There could be a scattered shower or thunderstorm with this when it goes through this evening. And other than that, I really don't see any problems. So the vast majority of you, probably 99% of you, probably won't see a thing out of this system as it moves out. And the other thing is that the system is actually weakening as it moves eastward, which is another reason why we're not going to see any storms from it. We will see storms break out. Some of them already have at midday in the Gulf states. So from Louisiana to the Carolinas, going to see some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. You can see it at midday on the radar now. Most of what's in the Carolinas at the moment is light. Some heavier storms down in Alabama and on the Florida Panhandle. The Storm Prediction Center has some severe weather risks going on today up in the Dakotas, extending back into Montana and south into Nebraska and Iowa. And then we have this marginal risk from eastern North Carolina down into Georgia and Alabama. Only general thunderstorms are being indicated for much of the Northeast, and you can see that the line cuts off just as you get into the New Jersey-Pennsylvania state line and then points west across Pennsylvania and New York State. No widespread severe weather outbreaks are forecast for the next few days. We've got a couple of areas of marginal risk around the Great Lakes tomorrow and also up in the northwestern plains from the western Dakotas into Montana. And for day 3, which is Saturday into Sunday, mostly confined to easternmost Montana and the Dakotas. We do have some general thunderstorm activity being indicated in southern areas of the Northeast and then down the East Coast and into the Gulf states, but nothing severe is forecast at the moment. Rainfall for the next 7 days. Now, this takes us through next Thursday morning. There are a couple of cold fronts that we're going to be dealing with along the way, but it's not going to amount to much. We're looking at a half to 3/4 of an inch from southeastern New England and southern New England west across northern New Jersey into Pennsylvania. I know a lot of you are hoping for some rain because it's been so dry, relatively speaking, so hopefully this pans out, even though it's not a lot. 3/4 of an inch to as much as an inch and a half in the coastal Carolinas and down in the Gulf states and parts of Florida, and also in and around the Great Lakes. So taking a look at where we're going here, the only difference in the pattern is that the northwest flow from Canada is going to relax a little bit, and that is going to make air masses coming down nowhere near as robust in terms of the dry air like what we've been seeing in the last few weeks. In fact, we may be humid much of the time through next Wednesday, and there is going to be a little bit of dry air coming in behind this upper trough in the east for tonight and for tomorrow and into early Saturday before we go to very warm to borderline hot and humid conditions after that. So most of the time today should be fine. Temperatures in the 80s. A few warm spots could get up to near 90. Then we get this trough and little front goes by. Friday looks good. A little break in the humidity. Temperatures in the 80s. Saturday, as the humidity tries to come back, a couple of scattered showers being picked out by the models Saturday morning as a weak upper trough goes by. And then it'll turn very warm and humid for the rest of Saturday. And then for Sunday, especially, there might be a better chance for thunderstorms Sunday evening. And you can see how the model is handling it, most of them going by from northern New Jersey northward into southern New England. And on Monday, as a front goes through, maybe a better chance for thunderstorms later Monday afternoon after another hot day. So we'll be in the 80s on Sunday, 80s to near 90 on Monday. Behind that front, it's going to be hot. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week will probably be at least upper 80s and low 90s, maybe a little bit higher in some places. And the next front with the next chance of thunderstorms looks like maybe Wednesday night or possibly Thursday. Sometimes the GFS likes to rush these fronts through, and it winds up being a little bit too fast by at least 12 hours. So we're going to hold out for the possibility that maybe this front comes through more like Thursday rather than on Wednesday. So once again, just to remind you, the meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app on Google Play or on the App Store, which is free, is back working again, and you can watch the Joe and Joe Weather Show or Weather in 5 right from the app. And the Joe and Joe Weather Show will be on tonight live at 7:30 Eastern Time, so we hope to see you then. Have a great afternoon.